I am the Exterminator. I hope you've watched my previous videos. I've done a lot of them. I've explained a lot. I am God. I have a Facebook page. I have an X Twitter page. And I hope you take a look. It's under my name. My name is Grant Salvin. That's GrantSalvin. So the last thing I posted was the Terminator film to my social media, and I wanted to talk about it. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, go watch them. I want to keep going because I don't want to repeat myself every video. So, the Terminator film, what do I think about it? I'm good. What do I think about the Terminator? I grew up watching the Terminator. I watched Judgment Day. I watched Terminator 2 Judgment Day in New Orleans in the United States of America when I was 5 years old. I saw it. We had some family in that part of the world. Yeah, it was very interesting because family that I had there, well, so my grandmother on my mum's side, my mum's dead now, my grandmother, she had a sister called Jennifer. She went to the United States of America. She went to New Orleans. She married a man called Mike, and she had a son called Christopher. About a year or two after I went there and met them, Christopher was put in a wheelchair. So he got attacked. He got shot in the back of the neck. He's an evil guy. Okay. There's a lot of evil people. I was shocked to find out what I found out. Yeah. Anyway, I remember when it happened, Christopher Reeves had an accident on horseback. It was at the same time. Okay, it was on the news. And I always thought it was a strange coincidence. Turns out, everything happened, that's the thing. I'm God. The world reflects those who are closest to me. It reflects me, and it leaves a trail. There's a trail of magic being done. There's a witchcraft, magic, demon influence. Okay? I'm having a little drink. So, the Terminator film is very interesting. So, yeah. Sarah Connor, she always reminded her character, to Linda Hamilton, she always reminded me of my mum, Fiona, or Fee. She always reminded me of her. The way she shouts, the way she gets angry, in fact, if you see in the first Terminator film, he goes through the phone book, looking at all the different Sarah Connors, and the first one he kills, I think it's the first one he kills, she's like a chubbier Sarah Connor. She actually looks more like how my mum used to look, actually. But anyway, what is this? So I said I am the Exterminator. Well, this is the thing, okay? So let me try to explain this to you as best as I can. I am I'm Papa, okay? I'm the one who created everything. I am God. There is only one God. That's me. I used to love what people would refer to as Mother Earth. I used to love it. It would seem to me that what's happened is there's been a separation. There's been a, imagine, you're a young boy, and your dad comes to you and he tells you that he is separating from your mother because she's a psychopath and she is very evil and she's a dangerous woman, and she's very bitter and jealous, and she's basically got a scorched earth kind of policy that she wants to enact, that she wants to do. Okay? That is essentially what the situation is. Would you agree? Okay. I have spirits with me. So, this is what I've understood to be the case for quite some time now. And so, the world hates me. Anytime I've been here, the world always attacks me. I do my best to save people. You think about it, you think how many kids, they prefer to be with their mum rather than their dad. Dads tend to be, they're more like, the person that, dad has to be responsible in different ways than mum does. Mum has to, but, she gets to spend more time with the kids and, have more fun, and dad has to, work, and he has to be stricter. He has to, it's kind of like that, I think, maybe. Is it like that? Yeah, I think Mummy Earth, Mama Earth, yeah, she's, well, that's the thing, she doesn't really have any morals. She basically wants to do what she wants to do, and she'll give anyone. That's the thing. She's like the whore, She wants to be worshipped. She's Mary, okay? She was the Virgin Mary, okay? It's all about, she wants her evil ways, and she'll sell it to anybody. She wants to sell it to everybody as what they want, what's best for them. And I'm daddy, I'm papa. I have to tell my children what's best for them, because if they don't do it, the thing is that they'll only, well, where they're going, it leads to destruction. It leads to destruction, okay? And so you can see how this connects with the idea of what I said. I am the exterminator. If you've heard, I've spoken a lot about sex magic, one-eye symbolism, what it means, how it's connected with the anus, and this, it's the star, is where the dusty serpent lives. You have a brown snake that comes out of there every day or so. You hear what I'm saying? It all has to do with magic. Magic. I might have to start calling it pagic, I think. Anyway. That's the thing, so you have sorcery. Well, that's Marie. Sorcery. Well, she isn't the source. She's the source of crap. She's the dirt, the soil, the world. Mother Earth. I'm spirit. She is foul spirit. Yeah? That's what she is. She's foul. That's her side. The foul. The dirt. The shit. Okay? That's the best way I can put it. It's complicated. Anyway. I need a cigarette. So, this could be a long video. So I am the Exterminator. So I told you, the evil I am. So my exes, I suppose you could say X or X's, you know, they're of the world. They're of the shit. Okay? The soil, the dirt. So my third eye, that's my sat anus, yeah? That's where I sit down. You know, my anus is where the crap comes out, right? That's where that's the world. That's where the world is in terms of magic. Okay? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's the truth. That's how the world connects to me, is through my physical body that I'm in. They're not, you know, most people aren't connecting to me through spirit. They're connecting to me through physical matter. And the strange thing about that, well, that's the thing, matter, you know what matter is, you know, like atoms and molecules and stuff, you know, like metal or ceramic or whatever, right? Any physical substance, matter. Well, in Latin, matter means mother. The power of words. Okay, I'm trying, if you've watched my previous videos, you'd probably understand a lot better. I would hope. It's complicated stuff. So, excusez-moi. So, the Exterminator. Well, essentially I am I was making my point in my previous video about the fact that I am the Germinator. So, you know, I'm the sower of seeds. And then there's the film The Terminator, you know, he's the German Terminator, the Germinator. You know, we've gone through the COVID-19, you know, thing, and everyone's been buying all their Dettol wipes and Dettol sprays and face masks, and you know, they've been going around trying to kill all the germs. You know, they got their sword, Dettol. You know, that's, you look at the brand logo for Dettol, it's got a sword on it. Dettol. You know, you have a debt, you pay the toll, right? Why are things named so strangely, do you think? Magic practitioners, okay? Demonic influence, okay? That's how it goes. So, the fact is the world's in a lot of trouble. So this is the thing, right? I say, I am. And, you know, what is it that I'm saying? Because it's the double-edged sword thing. The letter I, and, you know, this is an eyeball, and this is an eyeball, okay? And, you know, people talk about a third eye or third eye, yeah? And obviously back you know, between in the crack. There's a third. There's the, you know, there's where the turd come out. Yeah, turd. Yeah. I. You know, feces. My mom was called Fee. You know, here's a bottle of absinthe. Okay, La Fee, and you see the eyeball. Very strong spirit. You know, how do you be strong in the spirit? You know, God's, you know, Jesus is like, be strong in the spirit. Oh, is this what you're supposed to do? Just go get yourself a nice bottle of absinthe and get pissed. No, that's not how you do it. That's cheating. That is, what you're doing is you're doing magic to cheat. You know, Jesus says, pick up your cross daily. Yeah, he didn't mean pick up a literal little wooden cross and be like, yeah, I've done it. It's not the same. I mean, you can do it. You could wear a little crucifix, but it doesn't, you know, that's not what you were asked to do. That's not what, you know, I didn't ask you to fashion for yourself a little wooden or metal cross and then wear it on a chain around your neck. What I meant was, you know, like, I suffered to tell the truth. You know, do that. You know, learn the truth. Understand what is real. Understand what is right. And, you know, be prepared to suffer to tell the truth to people. You know, that's the cross, okay? Or whatever it is for you, you know, like people go through hard times. Whatever it is, you know, people, you know, situations aren't always the same. They're going to be a bit different. But you get the point, I hope. So when I say I, this is the thing. There's a magic thing happening when I say that word, I. Because the demons are twisting the interpretation of what I'm saying as if it has something to do with them. You know, this is how magic works. It's all about the gray area where, you know, no one's really sure what is going on there. You know, is it this or is it that? People, you know, if you go read anything in the English language, and you know, you read it and you think, yeah, you know in your mind, you're like, yes, this is how you're supposed to interpret it. But if you intentionally try to read it as if it meant something else entirely, you know, you know, could I find an example? Well, yeah, they're everywhere. You know, just pick a page, whatever. Well, it says here, the yeast of the Pharisees and you know, it says here, you know, Jesus predicts his death. You know, Jesus predicting, is that his death? Or is it he actually predicts his death or when it's going to happen? You know, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that you can interpret things very, very differently. Even though you know in your head how you're supposed to interpret it. This is the thing about the law. You know, the law of Moses. You know, I'm Jesus. I said to, you know, people don't follow the spirit of the law. What they do is they cheat. People will cheat by using technicality. You know, they're using word magic. They're using loopholes and cheating, methods of cheating that that system. You know, it's like, you know, you think how lawyers work, right? And you have written law, you know, and, you know, a lawyer's job, you know, you'll read through all the paperwork and you'll look for those loopholes and whatever it is, right? You'll look for some kind of technicality to change things on and whatever, right? You get it? It's kind of like that. Yeah. I've explained it in previous videos, so, you know, take it, have a look. So the thing is that what it really is that's happening here is there's a war. There's a, you know, it talks about in the book of Revelation, there's a war in heaven. There's a war between me and the world. I guess you could call Mother Earth, right? You could call her Mother Earth, Virgin Mary, Fee, the woman that I was born through. You know, there's Ree, there's Mary, there's Fee, there's Lee, Aliyah Dana Houghton. You know, these women, they are the world, essentially. That's what they are. They're the dirt, they're the soil, they're evil, demonic spirits. And there's a war happening between me and them. And the fact is that there is a, you know, it's a war of magic. And you know, it's words, it's art, it's music, it's movies, it's words, it's stories, it's events. And there are a lot of casualties because of this. Because I want the world to hear me. I want people to hear me. I want my children to hear me. I want people to hear me for what I have to say. And the world, these evil demonic witches, these spirits, they don't want me to be heard. They don't want me to be discovered. They want this war to keep going on and on and on and on and on. And you know, they you know, it's a scorched earth policy that they have. Okay, it's all about causing as much chaos and destruction and death as they can. They don't want people to love me. So there's this war happening, okay? And this is why you're seeing all the crazy stuff happening in the world. So in a sense, you know, it's you know, this is the thing. I'm the serpent on the pole. Okay, you know the story about Moses. God told Moses, I told Moses, fashion a serpent, a snake from brass or bronze, put it on a pole, and tell the Israelites to look at the serpent on the pole. And if they look at the serpent on the pole, they'll live. If they don't, they'll be bitten by the snakes, the vipers, and they'll die. This is the situation, okay? Yeah, this is exactly what it is. As mad, as crazy as it sounds, it is what it is. Alright, look, give me a second here. Oh. I mean, this is the thing. You look at the biggest, who's worshipped the most in this world is Mary. It's because she is the world. You know, people worship Mother Earth. You know, everyone's concerned about Mother Earth. You know, how many people are concerned and thinking, hey, you know, maybe God, maybe Dad, maybe Father, you know, maybe he's unhappy. Maybe God's not happy, you know. You know, people are all worried about the weather changing and stuff like that. It's like, look, people are doing so much witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like, it's like 5-year-old children running around with guns. You know, it's like, you know, they were told, don't mess around. But what do people do? They mess around. They mess with things they don't know what they're messing with. That's the thing. I'm trying to save people from the all-consuming fire. Okay, I'm trying to get people out. I'm trying to help. But the thing is that people are so intoxicated by what Mother Earth provides them. You know, they're enjoying it too much. That's the thing. But at the same time, you're seeing, you know, like economic problems, war, disease, migration, lying governments, all kinds of scandals. You know, society just becoming more and more degenerate. You know, it's all turning into a giant melting pot orgy. And you know, it's very disturbing. It should disturb you, really, because because actions have consequences. A lot of people want to separate their actions. You know, they want to say, oh, I can do what I want, without ever considering the consequences. And that's a problem, you know, like society. And this is why, you know, I'm God. I told people, like, look, put me first, love me first, okay? Like, I understand that, you know, human sin. I get it, okay? You know, I don't expect you to be perfect. I expect you to love me. You know, I expect you to make an effort. At least try. And that's the thing, you know, people don't. They don't. There are very few, you know, I don't have anyone to talk to. I have spirits with me I can talk to. People never want anything to do with me. Well, some people did want to have things to do with me, but they always used me, and it was always for witchy purposes. They were only ever getting close to me to absorb, to do witchcraft against me, to steal my light. That's all people ever did, and that's why I have to separate myself from people. It's the reason I turn off my comments under my videos as well, because people start making all kinds of witchy comments under my videos. You know, I can take offense. You know, I mean, I can take people saying horrible shit to me. You know, like, I've had that my entire life. But it's the magic, it's the witchcraft, it's the demonic influence at play. You know, it's a war that's happening. You know, like, if you're at war and you're in a battle, you don't, you know, you have to put up your defenses. Okay? And that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'll allow people to communicate with me at some point. Do you know what I mean? But for the moment, you know, I'm just keeping it simple. You know, I'm looking to get subscribers. You know, I want people to listen. You know, even if there's one person who gets it, who can understand what I'm saying, I'd be so happy. I'd be so freaking happy. One person. Yeah, I was watching the film They Live. It's on YouTube. And I think you probably have seen it. You know, it's a guy, right? It's in the guy in the film. He gets some sunglasses. He finds some special sunglasses, and then he starts to see all these people who are demons. He puts them on. You can see people who are demons, and you know, the billboards and the magazines and stuff. He starts seeing different words and different, you know, it's like obey and buy and command and don't think, you know, and stuff like that. And it's actually a lot closer to the truth than you would want to believe. In fact, I could even say it's perhaps even worse. But you know, there's a scene in the film. I watched it a long time ago, but I'm sort of halfway through the film. I've almost finished it. But there's that scene where he's with his friend, the black guy, and he tells him, he's like, put on the glasses, and then beat the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? It just you literally watch them beat the crap out of each other for about 10 minutes, I think. And then he gets them to put the glasses on finally after they've absolutely smashed each other to pieces. And he manages to get the guy to put the glasses on because he was so stubborn. He kept refusing. He's like, no, you know, and he wanted to stamp on the glasses, and you know, he really refused every step of the way. He just like, no. He had to have it forced onto his face and said, look, and he's like, oh shit, you know. This is you know, this is the situation I'm in. I really am. If you haven't looked at my Facebook and X page, go look there, okay? I've got on my Facebook page, I don't even know how many posts there are. It's several thousand posts. And I'm not, you know, this isn't like, you know, there's no likes or comments on my videos. It really is. Like, I opened a Facebook page, a new one, back in the beginning of 2022, and I've been, you know, I was like posting 40, 50 videos a day, okay, pretty much, you know, I was trying to show patterns and how the world, I was trying to demonstrate, you know, the wearing of the glasses to people. I was trying to demonstrate, I was trying to show people that crazy shit was happening, that magic was happening. Like, I'm manipulating, I'm changing world events and stuff. And nobody recognized it. Like, nobody wanted to know. Nobody cared. You know, I'm like starting wars and earthquakes and scandals, and people die and stuff like that. Yeah, well, this is the thing, because everything I do, everything I touch, you know, I am the light. Everything I do is extremely powerful. You know, I don't really have to do much at all, because I am the light. I could sit and do nothing at all, you know. I'd still be massively affecting the world. I'm always, there's no minute or second of the day I'm not massively influencing the world. I always am. But the thing is, the world, the demons, they're trying to have a magic war with me. And to have a magic war with me, well, that involves words, thoughts, actions, music, videos, art. These things are magic. You know, these things are alchemy. There's always a trail being left when people do stuff. And the people who do, you know, Freemasons, okay? These people, you know, people like Rihanna, or Doja Cat, or Tom Cruise, or King Charles, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, all these sorts of people. Yeah. We're all playing this battle, except it's me against them, and whoever happens to be with me. The spirits that are with me, that are helping me. I don't know how many there are. I can only guess. But the fact is, from where I'm sitting, it basically it looks like me against the entire planet. Okay? I'm the serpent on the pole. You know the story, so people either listen to me or they're on that path of the destruction. And so in that sense, it means that I am the exterminator, in that sense. But, that's the thing. The evil third eye, where the feces lives, the crap, the soil, the Mother Earth, the demons. They are trying to, because that's the thing, in magic, the eye could mean, as in, you, the person, or it could be talking about the eyeball, or it could be talking about the anus. And that's how the magic happens. And it's like, it's a battle, like how, you play a game of chess with somebody, or a game of whatever, right? It's a battle. It's a battle to, the world has put itself. This has been a battle that's been going on for a very, 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 very long time. Okay, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. A very, very long time. Okay, extremely long time. So, imagine having a game of chess, played out over several thousand years or something like that. You know what I mean? Or, or yeah, you get the point, okay? It's like that. Yeah, and so the magic war, they're fighting me really hard. But the fact is, they can't win. They can't win. I will win, but the only thing that's questionable is how many people survive. How many people are going to live, and how many people are going to die. And when I talk about live, I mean go to heaven. When I say die, I mean go to hell for eternity, sort of thing, the lake of fire. Okay? That sort of thing. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Because if people can't change, then they're no good. Would you want to have a killer robot as your family member? Would you? You get the point, I've told you about, the double-edged sword, go figure. Go scratch your head. I used to sit on my sofa, just be like, for 10 hours a day, sometimes I wouldn't even switch my computer on. I would just sit there just thinking the entire day. And I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for several years. The last 3 years I haven't had a job. I've been working on this for years and years and years and years and years. I've been looking for the truth for a long time now. And funny how I found myself. Yeah, strange how that happened. I didn't come out of the womb thinking, hey, I'm good. Nope, that's not how it happened. I did actually tell my mum that I'm God. told her that before she died. She didn't want to know. You know, I told her I was surrounded by demons, and you know, spirits and stuff. She didn't want to know. She had no intention. She had no desire to know anything about that. But that's the thing. She's very evil. She's a very evil woman. Or turd, whatever you want to call her, right? I mean, I go take a shit, and I look down at it afterwards, and I'm like, bye then. See you later. Bitch. Yeah, no, really, that's how it goes. So, you know, I've explained this in previous videos. I'm the bringer of death, and I am also life at the same time. You know, I serve more than one purpose. I'm God. I can give life, and I can give death. But you know, this situation that we're in, this was set up, this was designed a long time ago. I just happened to find myself in this situation. I found out that I'm God. I found out that I'm the serpent on the pole. All I have to do is sit on the pole. That's all I gotta do. Yeah, that's all I gotta do. And what happens to the world is what happens to the world. I hope for the sake of people, you know, that they listen to what I have to say. I've got a lot of videos, I've got a lot of content, I've gone through a lot of explaining about things and about who I am. So, if I'm, you know, yeah, all I can do is encourage you to do it, okay? Just go do it. It's the best thing you can do, okay? I'm just tired of repeating myself. I've done it so much. Like, you'll know if you go through my videos, you'll hear me repeat myself every freaking video, pretty much. But I have to draw a line somewhere. I have to say, no more, I'm not doing it anymore, okay? Yeah, so, you know, I like talking into the camera. I like having, you know, I don't have any, you know, I don't have conversations with human beings, people who are in physical bodies. I don't really ever have conversations with anybody. I talk with spirits that are with me. But it's nice to have a video that I can listen to myself. I can hear what I sound like. And I can put it out there for someone else to listen to as well. But my life experience is that this world has abandoned me or abused me. Used me, abused me, and abandoned me. That's my entire life experience. Okay? I'm Papa. All I really wanted in my life was some love. All I wanted was to feel loved. Okay? And I hoped that, well, you know, there's a lot of men out, you know, there's a lot of people out there, especially men, young men, who struggle as well. I know, with loneliness and stuff. Yeah. Well, it's because I'm in the world. It's because, this is the thing. I affect everything. It's crazy actually, because when I was going through depression, when I first started feeling really depressed, I remember just how many people, be on the news, like, so many people are having mental health problems, and and how many people out there, they fake their mental health problems. Or they don't understand why it is that they're miserable. They don't even know why. It's like, I know, I always knew why I was depressed. I knew I was depressed because people treated me like garbage. People treated me like they didn't care. They didn't care if they hurt my feelings. That's what I was depressed about. And then there are all these people who just say they're depressed and they can't really put their finger on why that would be. They just happen to be depressed, and they better go to the doctor and get some drugs or something. They better, get some therapy or something, No, I mean, I understand, there are people with genuine problems in this world. There are people who have real issues, like myself, but there are a lot of fakers. Yeah, and that's the thing. The world is, the demons, the foul spirits, they influence the vast majority of people. And so the vast majority of people are participating in a magic war. Okay, a war of thoughts and ideas and words and art and music and film. Yeah, alchemy. There's a magic battle going on. Okay. So, I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about particularly. I've said what I've got to say about this particular topic. I'm the exterminator. Well, yeah, I'm God. I suppose a lot of people, they sort of think, well, God's not, God only does good, and Satan does the killing, or Satan does, well, like I explained, I am, I'm talking about the third eye, the Sat Anus, that's where, that's where I'm sat, okay? It's all about words, the magic of words, okay? It's where the dusty snake is. It's where the dusty snake gets cast to the ground. Or, nowadays it gets cast into a bowl of water and gets flushed down. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the thing, right? What's a toilet? It's to I let. Yeah. It says in the book of Genesis, it says, let us make man in our image. What's a head of lettuce? You know what I mean? You have like romaine lettuce, you got baby gem lettuce. Yeah. It's a war of words, is what it is. It's a battle. The book of the Gospel of John, it talks about God being the Word. I am the Word. People don't really understand what that really means. I'm explaining it. I have explained it. I can't explain everything every fucking video, can I? Unbelievable, right? I'm doing my best. So what else? Is there anything else I want to add to this video about the Exterminator? Ooh, let's talk more about the film The Terminator, actually. Because it's an interesting film, okay? So, he's a robot. He comes back from the future. It's strange actually, because he kind of looks similar to a guy I used to call a friend. a guy called Patrick. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, the face is the face, it's the eyes, it's the nose, it's the jawline, it's the hair, you know, big broad shoulders. Yeah. Not to mention Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Well, there's the other actor, isn't there, that plays the, I don't know, is it the T-2000 or whatever? I can't remember what his name is. It's like Patrick something. But his name's Patrick. Okay? You know, Aaliyah Dana Houghton, she played a woman called Trisha in Romeo Must Die, which is short for Patricia. Have you seen that woman, Trisha Goddard? You know, she used to have, she used to be a talk show host, and she's on, I think, Talk TV. You know, if you look for her on the internet, her name's Trisha Goddard. I have, you know, that surname runs in my family as well, Goddard. My grandmother used to have that surname, Goddard. So, that was her maiden surname. So Trisha Goddard, oh, she's got cancer now, she's dying. Yeah, terminal cancer. Like my mum, who just died 3 years ago. Terminator, yeah? And that's the thing, Patrick, Cancerian, okay? He's a Cancerian. That's his star sign, Cancer. Okay, and not to mention, he likes to play Counter-Strike, and on Steam, his avatar has always been the you know, the Terminator skeleton head. It's always been that. Like, I think he's never changed it in like 10 years or something ridiculous. He's totally obsessed. You know, he never changes it ever. He's just, he wants to be, that's the thing, he's evil. And that's the thing, you know, this is the thing. There's a war. I'm God, and there's everyone else who wants to try to be God. They want to try to be me. They don't love God. They don't love me. You know, they're too busy, you know, doing drugs, having sex, partying, getting drunk with their friends, and not really caring about it. God. They don't care. They care about the world. They like the world. That's what they want. They want material possessions. They want fun. They want to indulge. Yeah. So look, the Terminator film. So, you know, you have there's Kyle Reese. So he comes back from the future as well, doesn't he? So he looks for Sarah Connor. And then, and like I said, you know, Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, reminded me of my mum, Fiona Salvin, who died 3 years ago. Interesting, isn't it? Because in the film, I think, she dies of cancer, doesn't she? Sarah Connor. She dies of cancer, apparently. But this is the thing, you know, she sounded like my mum. You know, and it's strange because, you know, I was watching Terminator earlier, and I was thinking, like, you know, I never really fancied her. I never really looked at her that way. You know, I never really felt like an attraction for her, because she always reminded me of my mum. I always felt weird. You know, I always felt like John Connor. That's the thing. You know, I grew up. I watched Terminator 2 Judgment Day when I was 5 years old, and I watched it in the United States of America, in New Orleans. One of the only times I've ever been to the USA. I've only ever been there twice. I went there when I was 11 as well. Went to Florida, went to Disney World, and Siesta Keys. So, the thing is, That's an interesting to think, actually, because that was only 1 or 2 years before 9/11. You know, I had two planes flying into the buildings, the Big Apple. I've spoken about my connections to 9/11 many, many, many times in several of my previous videos. Yeah, not repeating myself, okay? So, Kyle Reese, he comes from the future. He looks for Sarah Connor. He impregnates her, and then John Connor is born. So, I mean, the fact is, you know, Kyle Reese. Well, it's a bit of a witchy name because it's like Kill Lee Reese. You know, you got Mary, Rihanna, Aaliyah, Kylie, Kylie Reese. You know, you got Linda Hamilton. Okay, so Sarah Connor. You know, the wife of Abraham was called Sarah. Okay. You know, the son of Abraham and Sarah was Isaac. Okay. So, yeah. You have to really analyze what it is that these stories are talking about. There's a lot of powerful magic being done that people miss. They don't see it. They don't understand it. They totally miss it. I've spent years learning about this. And I'm like the guy in They Live, you know, the film They Live, you know, I put the glasses on. I see it. I know it. I understand how magic and rituals work. I know what these people are doing for the most part. You know, I don't need an altar with pentagrams and wands and swords and candles, or you know, I can't even remember the last time I lit a candle. You know, I don't need that stuff. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't need to. You know what I mean? It's more than that. You know, music, videos, films. All of this is magic. Computers are magic tools. You know, you can do, you know, I can do magic with a computer. You know, I can do magic with an internet router. You know, I mean, everything I touch, I can do magic with. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, I'm always doing some form of magic in a sense. Everything, you know, I mean, that's my power. That's my power. Demons want that power from me. But, you know, that's the thing. Anything they manage to take away is only temporary. You know, they can only try to use my power in some way, and that will only last a certain amount of time. There's going to be, I am stopping them from doing anything anymore. That's what all of this is about. Okay? I speak. I say. I do. Okay? That's what I do this for. You know, it's part of the reason why I record so many videos. I mean, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see look at my shorts. Look at all the shorts I've posted in the last month. There must be like over 100. And you probably wonder, like, why would you want to post that for? Well, you have to, you know, I've explained it. So, so, I mean, the thing is, you know, the Terminator, you know, he's a robot. You know, he doesn't have emotions. He's a robot. Well, it's like, you know, in a sense, that's like the world. The world is cold. The world doesn't have love. So, you know, in a sense, I'm like the Terminator. But in another sense, I'm also like Kyle Reese. You know, I do, you know, I'm both at the same time. I'm the exterminator and I'm the life giver as well. I can give you life, I can give you death. I can give you whichever one is most suitable for you, essentially. I'm God. So, you know, what more else can I say? Yikes. Well, it is what it is. I'm just telling you the truth. That's all I'm saying. You know, people could be like, "Well, this guy sounds so threatening. Like, what the fuck?" But you know, that's the thing. I'm God. You know, and like I said, you know, you want to go to heaven? Love me, listen to me, hear what I have to say. You know, take what I say seriously. You know, but if you don't, well, there's only, you know, the only other thing, you know, that's, if you don't want anything to do with me, then, then, you know, the only thing you can hope for is destruction. What more can I say? It's simple. My situation, you know, I can give you very simple explanations, and I can give you very complicated explanations. You know, we could talk about, you know, I could talk about one subject for several hours, and then, you know, there's like another 100 subjects to talk about. It's like, well, where do we start? Where do we go? What do we want to talk about? You know, I'm just trying to generate interest. I'm trying to, you know, try to get my message across as best as I can with the time that I can use. You know, obviously I can't make 10-hour videos. No one's going to watch that, are they? You know, I'm trying to do the best I can. You know, I'll mention things when I feel it makes sense to mention something. So, anyway. It was a bit of a ramble, but hopefully you got the point. You heard, hopefully you understood something, where I've given you something to think about, and perhaps, you know, maybe my next video will give you even more to think about. But until then, I'm going. I've done what I can for this video, I think. So yeah, catch you later.